Now, hi students, we're going to take a look at detailing another of the 1:5 callouts here, and it's this one here, it's the wall one, and it's this transition between the brickwork and the timber here. I'm going to detail that up, and also it's where it's the first floor junction there as well. Okay, so this is wall section 4 call out 2. Let's go and find that. Wall section 4 call out 2. Wall section 4 call out 2. That's the one. Okay. Now, in relation to the ground floor plan, this is where that section is. Okay, that's where the wall section is. If I click into that tag, it'll show you. So that's what we're dealing with there. Okay, so if we come back into here now, this I showed you how we can move 2D details around from one area to another, and I'm going to show you that again now, because what I want to put in here is this is the 1:20 wall section. And I'm going to put in a repeating detail here. So I'm going over to annotate component, hitting the little drop down box here and picking repeating detail, and it is brick section. Okay, so I will pick that from there and drag that all the way up to here. All right, now if I select that, right, put it onto the copy clipboard, and I'll move across to my call out here. I can paste that to the same place, and it comes out there. All right. Now, so that's a start anyway of that. If you remember, we had insulation here. So if I zoom in there, you can see that there is a graphic indicator that that's a different type of insulation. I'm going to pull up my annotate again, and I'll go into insulation, and it should be 140. There it is there. We'll find the center here, and we'll drag that up here. I'm going to do another one, which is going to be this distance here. It's a 50. Okay, so we do that insulation, and we'll come across, put in 50 there, and we take that from the center point way up here, and that's a cavity there, so we won't be doing anything with that in particular. Right, so that's a start. Now what I want to do here is, now that external board there should come up somewhere in around here, because what I want to do is bring a drip all the way across and down there, and to do that these need to be moved up a little bit. So now I can go in and I can adjust the wall as such. You can, if you remember, I must have done that in the previous video. You can see that there, so that's been pulled up here. If you find that a little bit kind of distracting here, okay, we can see, I can hide it out in this view, so I can select it and go hide in view element, and that's probably the easiest way to do that, because it's not, you've not deleted it, and it's in the other views as such, but it's gone out of the way here. Now these are my cross battens here, so I could probably pull those up as well. Now the only thing with this method here is that if I go into a 3D now, you'll see that I'm actually affecting the model. All right, and if I'm right, that was over there somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so you can see the way I've pulled that up. Now that flashing that we're going to put in here, you know, we probably should make a family out of that, and slip that in. and I might do a separate video on that for you. Okay, but I wanted to show you that that affects the model. So if I don't, there's always two choices when you come to detail. So there is the 2D to explain the flat cross section, to explain what the detail is. I suppose in one sense we should be modeling these things up. If I was going to model that drip tray, probably do it as a wall sweep, something like that. Now I know you've done a bit of work with Tom on that, so that might be the handiest thing to do, is to create that wall sweep and put it around there, and then you can lift the external piece up. All right, now let's get back to where we were. So that's one option, but by doing that it does affect the model. Now another option is to maybe mask out some of this here. Okay, so I would go into annotate, into region, and into masking region, and I use invisible lines for this, and I will just thanks David, I'll just pull this up here, let's say 75. Okay, something like that. Now you can see that that's kind of disappeared, and so I've got something to work with there. Now again, I'm going to do a bit of line work here in my annotate detail line, and we could give this a whole separate line. We could call this an aluminium flashing or something like that. And create a wall line for that. For the moment, I'm just going to do a wide line, I think. Right. So I'll come up here, right there, and then I'll come all the way across to here, and then down maybe 50 mil, something like that. Now there's my drip tray. So if I go from thin line to thick line, you can see that I can move that over there. Now, so there's the drip tray in here. Need a batten in this at this point here, just as a closer batten and a fixing batten as well. So I'm going to go into annotate, into detail component. Okay, and I'll see what kind of battens I've got here. So I think that's about, I'll just take this one for the moment, I'll duplicate it, and I'm going to make it maybe 60 by 60. Okay, and then I'll just change that dimension to 60 as well. Pi, and okay, and there you go. So there's that batten in place like so. I probably need a kind of a batten in here as well, so let's measure that up. Depends on which way your external finish is, whether it's vertical or horizontal, right? So if it's vertical, then this batten, this counter batten here, will obviously run on the opposite direction, if you know what I mean. So I think I'm going for horizontal here, so that one will be vertical and this one will be horizontal, so I could get a batten in there as well. So I will copy this one and I'll just put it in there. Now it's too big, that's fine, so it should be around 38, I think it is. So we will do a duplicate and we'll make this 38 by 60. And the width will be 38. Apply and OK, and let's just move it over. Now something like that. All right. Now I would definitely have a fabric coming down there as well. On the outside, and if it's it'll be a breather fabric on the outside here. So again, I'm going to annotate, detail line, it's drop down box, and you have all of these made. So what we're looking for is wall breather. Okay, and again, just to get it off the I think that's the way to do that. And we bring it, say, all the way down here. And we can bring it across there as well. Now, so there's my breather membrane gone in there. We probably want some cavity ties in here, so I'm going to show you where you can find those. So component, detail, load family, and into our detail items. And I think it is masonry, sorry, it's in masonry, and is it accessories? Yeah, so there's that one, there's this one, so we're going to take that one, and that'll look great, and this will go right through, so we can flip it like so. So I'm going to bring it something, now that should actually be there, right? And if I select it after positioning it, do I have any grips on that? I don't seem to, because that would actually go up and be put against the board that's there, something along those lines. Okay, so that might be absolutely perfectly correct. You might have to get a different one. Let's see, is there there are no dimensions for that, so we might even try and get a better one that's there, but we'll just leave that one there for the moment. Right, what do I need now? Maybe you probably need a DPC or something like that, maybe going in under there as well, something like that, but that's not too bad. Now, if I wanted to start to note this up, okay, so I'm going to note this up slightly differently to the last way I did it. So I use multicat, and if I do that, there's my note, okay, and I can position that. So below the multicat, you've got this one here called the material tag, and I'll pick that, and it says, look, there's no material tag in the family. Do you want to load one? I'm going to say no, because I'd have to go off looking for it. Now, as it turns out, I have one made before. Okay, so it's this one here, AT material tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to drop it into the project. Okay, now when I go back to annotate, into material tag, right, now it's picking up stuff, right, and yeah, if you remember, we need to turn on our annotation crop, so select that, pull that out, and there's the note there. All right, now I'm going to show you where I got this note, but I just want to get up here. So if I select that, if you remember, we have a leader line, edit type, we want to use a leader arrow, fill 20 is what I normally use. Okay, that's that one there, and that's all right. Now, okay, I don't know where rendering appearance upgrade has come from, but it's put this note in here. So I want to check this labels that are associated with this tag. Okay, so when I select it, I'll go into edit family. Okay, and what I've got is description and comments here. All right, description and comments. So now remember those two. Okay, description and comments. So we just close that down. We don't need to do any changes. I don't want to save any changes to that. So where do I find, where is it gone and found this note? That's what I want to show you. So if we select the whole wall, and we go into edit type, and we go into edit structure, the note is associated with the material. So let's go into the material here. And in the identity tab, right, of the material, you can see that it's picked up that description there. So I've typed that in, and that's what it's bringing up. The comments don't need that. Okay, so I'll just go okay and okay and OK, OK, and that'll update. Now, so there's that one. Now I'm going to repeat that process again into annotate. And so treated software batten, perfect. Let's bring that across and line it up here. Let's bring timber stood wall, perfect. Let's line that one up. And there is softwood batten again. Okay, and rock wool slabs mechanically fixed. Okay, gypsum wall board, red rustic brick. Let's pick that one up as well. Okay, now that line work, and again, that's just pure line work. What I do is I'll find Tom's video that he has on his YouTube channel on how you can create taggable lines, and that's really valuable for an exercise like this here. Okay, so you can see now that's a slightly different way of going about putting in the construction notes for your 1:5 details. And I kind of prefer these now. I kind of prefer, in one sense, because you can get a little bit more accuracy with the note, because you're noting the individual item itself. I'm just going to do one more here, see if it picks this one up. Glue laminated timber to a Euro code. Now, okay, so if I select again the whole wall, go back into the properties here, edit, and then if I go into, say, that plywood, and you can see that it's glue laminated to a Euro code strength. Now, because I used the HBA wood plywood, this one came up automatically. Okay, so it was there. And that's pretty handy. It's great when you get a material that has the identity information already filled out. But you can fill this out yourself as well. And once you've done it once, it's there and associated with that material. So every time you use that material, that identity is associated with it as well. Now, so that is a different methodology on how to put your construction notes in for that. Now, again, you hoping to get to a situation where you get 100% of your notes are tagged in rather than dumb text. That's the way we want to do it. And it's much more efficient if it is done that way. Okay, so that is bringing this one up to detail here, and I think the next bit to take a look at is this join in here, and how that you can see that we more than likely will have a joist in here. I have to have a little think about this one, so I could come back and do a separate video on that for you.